Really good to see you. I have an important question. Is there any reason to use a traditional IRA? I'm asking because America's IRA expert, Ed
Mhm.
Slott, I know you know him well,
I do.
recently told other industry experts that an IRA is just an IOU to the IRS. He says he doesn't see any benefit to using a traditional IRA right now because tax rates are so low. Do you agree?
Ed makes some very good points with this. He certainly is correct with an IOU to the government.
Yeah.
Remember, Aaron, that simple basis on IRAs is you're putting money away today, taking the tax deduction for in the future to pay taxes on your withdrawals on everything that you put away, plus everything you've made on it. So I think Ed makes a very, very valid point. Um, One big important part for my practice over the last many years has been when you're working with people who are putting money away for retirement, whether it's through employer plans or IRAs, is to really try to take a look at focusing on where you can put money away. And Roth 401ks and Roth IRAs are certainly important. And I think they play a key role. And I think that's kind of where Ed Slott was kind of pushing into. The other reference that I think is important for him is tax rates today.
Mm.
Over the last 70 years, Aaron, we are in such a low environment today in regards to tax rates that you're not getting that benefit that maybe you saw back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. As we've moved down tax rates, your benefit of putting that money away has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. So I think Ed makes a valid point and a consideration for everyone to take into their plan.
Okay, so can you just explain though why a tax deduction is more attractive when rates are high?
Yeah, I mean that tax deduction, if you look at the way the tax brackets are set up, if you're able to go in and you're able to put money away in a tax deferred position into a 401k and IRA, and you're able to lower down into that lower tax brackets when they're high, it's a huge benefit. But in the environment today where you're looking at most people paying somewhere around a marginal tax rate of 10 to 15%, where in the past, maybe you were saving 30, today at 10 or 15%, it might behoove many people to start considering where they're parking money and maybe looking at a tax-free option.
Mhm. And now let's say that you converted all your tax deferred accounts. Theoretically, you've lowered your tax bill for the rest of your life.
Aaron, absolutely correct. But the idea there of maybe converting all your deferred tax accounts, depending how long you've been saving, could be a very painful pill to
Right.
swallow. Where I've been working with a lot of individuals, and I'll challenge anyone watching this video, is to start maybe looking where you're at your path for retirement, and really start to take maybe a look of where are my contributions in the future going. Aaron, you said, what if you convert it all? You are correct. It would be tax free in the future, but that tax bill would be staggering. So, one alternative path that you might want to consider individuals should start to look at is, hey, if I've put money away and I've taken those tax breaks in the future, maybe really start to take a strong look at where you can start parking money going forward and take advantage of those Roths, those 401ks, etc.
Mhm. I'm glad you're talking about other options because I do have one final question. How about investing in a brokerage account instead of an IRA? Because at least with that brokerage, there's no debt there, there's no deal with the government.
Correct. It's a small deal with the government, potentially, right? Capital gains rates come into play, taxes on dividends come into play a little bit. But throughout our videos over time, Aaron, we've talked about foundational planning. So after you've got emergency funds, you're putting money away in retirement accounts. And today we talked about maybe putting that money away tax-free through Roth and 401ks. Then the real next hurdle is absolutely establishing brokerage and investing outside of retirement. Your exposure would be capital gains rate when you sold a position, potentially some dividends, but absolutely is that third leg in the stool: emergency funds, retirement, non-retirement savings. Mhm.
It's really interesting to talk this through because I think those blanket statements like Ed's making, they're very catchy, but of course there's a lot of minutia that goes into this. So Derek, if somebody wants to talk through what's right for them, what's the best way to reach you?
Yeah, they can reach out via phone, 703-273-2326. They can also find us at 3leaffinancial.com.
All right, Derek, thank you.
Thanks, Aaron.